Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. The double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words. Right, pretty much you're going to see what I'm talking about real soon. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 28. It says, the promise of the Spirit. It says, and it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. Right. So, that's what's taking place. That's what's happening. Right. The Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh is working on the minds of the people. Right, to have them come against and spread the truth about the wicked and what the true wicked is doing. The top, the banking elites, the ones in charge. So a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I came across this, right? And you see it. Now, given what's happening around the world right now, in Babylon, right, and in other places, this picture is worth 1,000 words, and you can completely understand it, and you know exactly what it's talking about. And if you don't, then you're not walking circumspectly, right? Let me grab that. You should know exactly what's happening in the world and why this picture is so important. I think it's Ephesians 5:15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right. So there's a lot of things happening. Some of them may be true, some may not be true, but it's all the theatrics to theater to bring in the new world order. Right. So a picture is worth 1,000 words, and of course, recent events in the news and whatnot. So let's see what the comments is saying. That's Western. So I didn't read these yet. That's Western journalism in single frame. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's see what the people's minds is saying with this one picture. It says if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. It was Malcolm X. They didn't think it was possible to describe Western journalism in a single image, but here we are. Free Palestine. All right. It says one picture worth 1,000 words. Thanks, Mahmoud. All right. Whoever does the art thinks. Okay, so yeah, and that's what I said. Because I didn't read these first. That's the first thing that come to my mind. I believe it was. It says, as an American, U.S., as an American, us without independent media, that sums it up perfectly. Okay. No thanks. All right, we got a lot happening here. Powerful image. All right, so I mean, you get the point. This dude right here, that's Western journalism in a single frame. See what they talking about. It's owned by Small Hats community, and the guy replied, yes. Okay, so we all know what this image is talking about, and that's pretty much, I seen that and I want to just, speak on it real quick. Isaiah 32:5. The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. Right. So the wicked has always been the wicked, right? Always accustomed to doing evil. The scriptures talk about how right, he was the first murderer, right, and liar, and the father of it, right, going into that wicked seed. That's the vile person. He's being revealed. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. For a vile person will speak vehemently, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. And it's not, that's what's happening all over the news. They talk about things that's happening while they're doing it. Benjamin Nadu is a big example of him talking about how we should cry for him, and everything that's happening to him. I don't know what's happening to him, right? But that's what he's saying. Meanwhile, he's destroying Gaza. He's moving in, right? He's telling everybody we'll attack wherever we want, whenever we want, right? But y'all can't attack us. Don't speak about Israel. It says, for the vile person will speak willingly, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, to make empty the souls of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. And obviously, they're doing that all around the world. You got people getting JFK'd. You have Mossad agents, right? Redacted pieces of paperwork, right? From that area, Israel, right? It says the instruments also of the troll are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaking right. Right, So that's the wicked. And those wicked devices goes into the decrees that he's pushing out. And that they pushed out, and now they're pushing out because what? They're basically breaking the laws now. They're breaking the laws and they're making new laws. And the other people are coming up against it basically now, saying, hey, we got this law in place, we got this law in place. Matter of fact, you don't want to put it in place, but you're breaking it. Now they're trying to go to the UN and all that, and they're finding out that all of those people are involved. But Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that wills may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to spin the narrative, right? That the so-called black man in America is the problem, and we don't, own nothing, and if we try to do anything like Black Wall Street and the many other towns and villages, that we built up, the so-called white man came in there and destroyed it all. It wasn't bothering nobody, right? So, and then it says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye be your glory? And that's the point. No one's trying to help these devils now. Even the people are, speaking on that, saying who's going to help you with you, destroying your enemies and all of that. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? So basically, the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, is going to perform his will, right? He's going to make, whatever happened, happen. It won't matter. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So Esau is trying to basically hide what he's doing and be invisible. And the Most High Yahweh is making them know, right? It's prophesied that that's going down. Isaiah 47. It says, Isaiah 47, I want to come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So I want to get this Habakkuk. Because, all this is happening now. Habakkuk 2:5 says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, right, which goes into his laws and things, right, and his how he deceived, the media, all of that. It says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man. Now they keep it at home. And he used that media and the news, right, and the laws and all that stuff, and he used it to the best of his ability, and it all worked. But now the Most High Yahweh, But Hashim Shah has confused, his counsel, and it's coming back on him. So he's still proud. He's posting shit that don't even make sense. You know, putting things online. They're pushing narratives out there. You know, that they want the people to see, and no one's buying the bullshit no more. They're just upset. It says, yeah, also because he's trained persons by wine, he's a proud man, not to keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. And that's why you got Elon Musk trying to do the Starlink and get people phones and Wi-Fi and all that, so they can spew their madness over there. Algorithm the phones up to cause the people to uproar or do something. It says, but gather unto him all nations and he unto him all people. That's what they're trying to do, right? In wickedness. Not in nothing right. It says, shall not all these take a parable against him, and they taunting poverty against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laid himself with thick clay. You got Africa now. That one dude, I don't know his name, but he's well known. He's moving, he's doing things. He's getting the Edomites up out of there. And you've seen in the news, Trump and Africa. They was talking in the White House, showing a video about kill all white people or something. That's what they was playing that the African continent, was talking about in one of their songs. So, they no longer want nothing to do with this stuff, right? He's been found out. It's Proverbs 1:26. It says, I'll just get from 25. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my proof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. That's exactly what's happening to Esau Edom, right? Everyone's turning on them. No one cares. I played a video the other day where when Tucker Carlson was just talking about Israel, the whole crowd screamed, like they was finally happy to hear, people talk about who the fuck the problem is, And now they're figuring out it's just in general the white male, It says, Galatians 6:7, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. Right? And that's exactly what the devil did. He sowed wickedness. And it's gonna be time for him to reap. This is Revelations 27. It says, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, right? It shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. It says, and when they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city, and fire came down from Yahweh out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and false prophet are. They shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Right. So basically, what Esau even coming out of the Renaissance period, coming back up out and establishing his wickedness, send up his pseudoscience, right, and his laws and all of that to basically get to the point where we're at now, where he's going to go to war with Russia from the land of Russia, right? That's what it's saying, Gog and Magog, and basically end up destroyed when the return of the Yahushua comes, and ultimately get destroyed with the nuclear missiles, and also the elites of these devils will be saved for slavery. So this is what they, reap. There's wickedness, and they're gonna, this is what they sowed, the wickedness. They're gonna reap the judgment. So pretty much that was it. I seen this image here, and I just wanted to go into it. So a shalom to the leg, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.